It's been a little while since I made an update at all, and I know, like, look, it looks like a very sparse scene, right? Well, I kind of did like a general overhaul of the entire sort of automating system because I kind of just realized the old model I had of classification and shit creatively and technically driving me up a wall, and it just made me more interested in learning more about like how convolutions work and all that stuff, you know. But so my professor recommended me maybe just utilize another pre-existing model to mimic this type of generative aspect that I want. So this is I guess V3 of this generative automate sequencer pipeline thingy, and using ChatGPT as like the main generative aspect of it. So how it works now, the thing is that you only have one scene, right? And we have you give it a pre-made sequencer with all the actions, and this is kind of all you need for this tool, for this iteration of it. This is a really quick, rough and tumble, really shitty looking animation chain, but yeah, you know, it's you take your character, you put all the animations you want of them, and you kind of have to bake it into a control rig so I can have access to all these key points. But then that's basically it, you know. So you bake a control rig, you drag it into sequencer, and the idea is that, okay, we have so many places we can be, right? Where do we want to go? And this tool now, get all the anim sections, right? So it'll tell you kind of all the scenes, all the animations that were in the scene, and the duration of in which that action is taking place in, right? And then after that, it's gonna create a shot list. So this is also where the GPT API comes in, where I'm going to use ChatGPT to generate me a shot list, and it's going to take in an input of actions, which is the animation actions that we just looked at earlier, and we for now just only want these shots, right? Close up, medium, close up, medium close up, wide, tracking, and make sure the shots are numbered, etc., yada yada. Yeah, so a bunch of prompting shit. And then there's also another command here, be like, oh, make sure it's in this format, this JSON action shot list format, and only return dictionary. Feed our parsed action list in there, and then I'm using 3.5 turbo, and then it's gonna give us hopefully a shot list. Let's see it working. And the rest is kind of just like the same sequencer stuff that I did for the previous version. But maybe I'll talk into that more afterwards. So another version means another editor widget. Sweet. So it worked. And then I also did a thing where it counts the amount of shots that ChatGPT gave you. And maybe I'll add a little note here being like, oh, if you're really interested in the full thing, you can see it in this shot list JSON, where it kind of gives you, like, yeah, you see, shot 1 wants a wide shot, action is arm posed 02, and it gives you a start and end frame, right? And then it also has like a full text here if you wanted to read the full thing. I don't know if it shows my token or not, so I'm not going to show it. But in here, you see, it's kind of buggy still, but, you know, kind of roughly works. Where it's like, oh, okay, ChatGPT read all these actions and gives you a shot list of basically what you want to do. One different thing I am doing for this version is that previously I had the issue of where whenever a mocap actor goes out of scene, the camera doesn't stay with it, doesn't maintain the distance with it, you know, because the cameras are stationary. And that's why we kind of bake these animations into control rig, because then I can access these keyframes and I can copy it and then paste it onto a camera's keyframes. That way we can kind of maintain this distance even when the character is moving, you know? Yeah, so that's it working once. And then if you didn't like that, you can make another API call and then it'll give you a new one. Or if you did like it, same as before, you can like say I want four variations of that, right? And they're all saved. Where are they saved? In this dupes folder. And then, you know, this is all different versions of the same scene. And then a thing I want to probably do after this part is I haven't implemented well, first of all, maybe create a demo scene that actually looks good and not just like some random guy flopping around, you know? And also I need to create like the automated sequencer thing. I also want to ultimately showcase this project in like a grid, like a video mosaic type of thing. And like as a little demo, this was prepared earlier, but something like this, right? Imagine the scene doesn't look like garbage. So you have like, you click a button, it renders it out and uses like this FFmpeg script I wrote to generate like a video mosaic, and you can just have it play out in front of you. So it's kind of like an editing room, right? So, and maybe like I'll label it and shit. But yeah, ChatGPT powered shotless generating sequencer automation thingy. V1. Hopefully it's cool. I feel like I'm in that state of a project where I spent so long on it. I don't really know how I feel about it anymore. But that's it. Thank you.